Hello and welcome to the third official episode of the Famous Podcast. This is actually the first podcast we are posting.
People have seen it now.
Yeah, the first one we're filming since we posted.
That's crazy.
So we want to thank you guys for all the love. It's been going good so far.
Yeah, and then we've only obviously posted one, so we still don't know exactly how y'all feel about it because it was just the first one. It was just a feeler.
We got to work out all the kinks in the first season, guys.
Yeah, we do. It's all about just getting comfortable, and I feel like the comments on the first podcast, I don't know what we were expecting. So many sweet comments.
Oh my God, it has like 600 comments at this point.
Yeah.
It kind of blew me out of the water. I was not expecting that type of engagement.
No.
So I'm really excited about that. But
you guys always talk like really well in the comment sections, like on my YouTube videos, on his YouTube videos, on TikTok and stuff. But when when you're starting something new that you've never done before, there's simply no way to know how people are going to take it or if they're going to like it. And we weren't even confident in the first episode.
No.
And you guys just said you loved it.
I know. No, I keep on bringing up comments to Sam. These people are saying like they can't stop laughing. And I'm like, what?
But I didn't laugh once listening to it back.
I know. Well, yeah, we just also hate ourselves.
That is true. We got to work on that a little bit. Because I feel like we bring a lot to the table. And we should inspire each other.
Well, I am not sitting at a table unless there's a lot at it.
Like McDonald's?
Like food.
Oh, yeah. We were going to have a snack today. Because I know the podcast is called Famous. And I think we've kind of decided we're only going to really have snacks or food when it really fits and it's relevant, and we just have something maybe that's funny. I know like last week we had packing peanuts.
Yeah, I came up with the idea, or we came up with the idea of
it was you. You can take credit.
Whatever. We came up with the idea when like I pictured us at like a table, doing a podcast, but like on the couch, it's not going to work, you guys.
And the mouth noises.
Yeah.
We're really learning the mics. It's still a learning curve and a lesson. We found a new button today.
We're just two like poor alone souls in Florida. We're not in LA. We don't have help. It's just us.
It's not like a studio where it's just the same every week.
Yeah, we have help with like the producing and the editing, but like this stuff it's confusing, you guys.
And we're gonna mess it up. That's just what makes us quirky.
We never said we were perfect. And that you need to take that away with you. But this episode, this is going to be a fun one. I have a lot of updates.
Yeah.
Some stuff I want to call you out for.
That makes me like sick to my stomach.
Yeah, no. Next episode is going to be the Halloween episode, so it's going to be spooky and fun and vibey. This one's going to be fun, but...
Yeah. I feel like we've had a lot occur. We keep saying that, but we just have a lot to catch up on. And honestly, what I'm in the mood for is a nice conversation with my friend. I'm not in the best mood today. I woke up and I may or may not have ate the snack for today's video.
Oh, well, what was it?
I made us chocolate-covered apples. I figured, it's apple season.
Was that caramel on? Caramel?
Caramel.
Okay.
I say caramel.
Was that on it?
No, it was just like hard dipped chocolate. And I may have ate all of them.
Well.
And now my stomach is violently not okay.
Okay.
So if you hear a couple gurgles or burbles, you know what that's from.
It's your stomach.
Yeah. So I'm just in the mood to sit and chat with my friend today. So hopefully you're up for that.
Oh, yeah. No, I have a lot to say.
Okay.
And a lot of it's about you, so.
Yeah, my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Right off the bat, I'm going to come in guns blazing. I want to call you out for something that I let slide this week. Like, it happened, and I just let it slide.
Did I forget to flush the toilet?
No, you literally sent me a picture of your diarrhea yesterday. I actually had to delete it from my conversation because it made me sick every single time I opened my phone. There was like a blue dot in it. And I'm just confused. Like, what are you eating that's a blue dot? Like, did you eat confetti, glitter? What was it?
Well, okay. Well, first of all, when I'm experiencing something like that, there's obviously something wrong. Something that's going on in there. But the reason that I did that was because I get self-conscious that people aren't going to believe me. We were in a Miller's Ale House, and I had to run to the bathroom to quite literally yak everywhere. It hit me like a ton of bricks.
You're being such a hypocrite.
What are you?
In the first episode, I pissed in my car seat.
What?
And you were like, oh, don't send me a picture of that. And I was like, no one would believe that I actually pissed in my car seat. But why wouldn't I believe that you had diarrhea?
And then right after that, I said, okay, just so you know, in the future, I'm going to do the same thing.
Oh, you know what? We're being gross fat people again. We should stop.
We kind of are being gross.
Okay, we'll stop. Guys, we'll move on from that. We apologize. Okay, at least I don't smell.
That is true. I don't know that I've ever smelled you.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Mm-hmm. But I never smell you in any way. You just always smell like nothing, which is good. But
I'm always told I smell like clean laundry.
Which, yeah, I guess like clean. Like your clothes are always clean.
Well,
you're like a clean Adam Sandler.
That's triggering. I mean, no hate to you, Adam. I know you're watching this, but
Imagine he was dancing like this all throughout the Taylor Swift premiere last night.
Was he?
He went like Adam Sandler loves Taylor Swift.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Like, speaking of,
Yeah, you're a little mad at her this weekend.
I'm having beef. No, I'm having more than beef. I'm pissed.
Do you want to explain?
No, I feel like it's gonna piss all of the fucking Swifties off.
Why?
But I think everybody wanted to be at that movie premiere. Everyone wanted to go. Granted, how great is it that Taylor invited literally just fans?
She's always held her fans on a pedestal.
That is so nice of her.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone there was influencers. Most of the people there weren't influencers. She stopped at, as far as I'm aware, every theater, because they had like a ton of theaters playing the movie.
Yeah.
She stopped at each one, gave him a speech.
The way I would lose my mind.
Oh, no.
No, I would actually die.
We were laying in bed like late last night, and I simply was just in a fight with myself and like anyone that I saw on social media. I was just angry. And not like I'm so happy for anyone that got to go meet her, obviously. But I'm pissed at you at the same time. And somebody from our management, you know who you are, was there and took a selfie with Taylor Swift, which means I guess I could have been there. Granted, him being there could have nothing to do with We Are Verified, but I'm blaming We Are Verified.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, you got to take your anger out on someone.
Yeah, I can't take it out on mom, so I have to take it out on my management. I'm really sorry.
No, that's...
But we're beefing.
I get it. I just, like, I never expected... Like, I knew I wouldn't be invited. So, like...
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, your videos got a lot of views of you going. So, it's like...
But there are Swifties that have been around. Like, I'm new to the Swiftie community in the sense that I've always been a fan of Taylor's music, but I've never been a super fan of any celebrity.
Right.
I've never, like, really understood. Was it you that I had that conversation with?
Yeah.
Where I was like, I just don't get the love of that people have for these celebrities. Like, it's just a person.
Until Taylor.
Yeah, something about her is just so fun and intoxicating.
And the community.
Yeah.
It's
It
like,
is.
it's
The
just
Swiftie community is so fun. Like going to her concerts. I've been to other concerts and they're great. But going to her shows is like going and hanging out with all of your best friends. You're all just like, and she, for some reason, even though you're in a room full of 70,000 people, you feel like you're sitting there with her.
Yeah, and she really does do things that shows that, like...
She cares about you.
Like the whole, like, Swiftmas thing back in, like, I think it was 2014.
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, she stalked everyone for, like, an entire year on social media without them knowing. And then, like, sent them, like...
Their favorite things.
Tons of, like, all their favorite things.
Yeah.
Like,
or, like, the secret sessions for rep and stuff. I learned all of that through Sam.
I would die.
Because my ex-roommate, current still bestie, is like one of the biggest Taylor Swift fans I've ever met for like so long. This woman knows everything about Taylor Swift.
It's hard to catch up, like, because like I've always loved Taylor. I've been like a low key Swiftie, but like didn't know anything about it. I don't retain information like that. But like this past year, it's been crazy. I'm like next level.
But who hasn't been?
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like there are a lot of Swifties, which it doesn't really make sense to me, that kind of don't like the new group of Swifties. Like, oh, if you haven't been a Swiftie since 2004, you don't get to count. And it's like the whole point of her creating new music, tapping into new genres, going on tours and stuff is to like expand like her audience base. Why would you not want it to reach more people?
I hate when people are like that though. Like that tweet that went viral where they were like, if you're over 25, like don't go to a Olivia Rodrigo concert, like go see Cher or whatever the fuck they said.
Yeah.
Like
Cher.
I don't know what the fuck they said. They said
I'm saying like that would be like, come on.
But it's just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, stop gatekeeping. It's crazy.
I mean, you can't. I'm really sorry. There are people out there who genuinely think that they can continue to gatekeep Taylor Swift.
Like the most mainstream entity.
Like Taylor Sheesh is selling out malls, arenas, performing. I would love.
Okay, no, what I really want to see is I want to see Taylor bring up Taylor Sheesh at the show and like perform something together.
I don't know that she has any stadium show
could you bring her?
She's not playing in the Philippines, and I know that they were really sad about that.
Is Taylor Sheesh like gender? What's the?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's a thing in their culture, but I don't know what they call it.
Okay, I'm gonna stay away from that. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't want to just say it and like assume like that.
I think it is too. I think like in the Philippines, that's where it is, right?
Yeah, I think that could be wrong too,
I think
but
it's
I'm
like
pretty
Pinoy,
sure it's Philippines.
but I might be making that up.
What's a Pinoy?
I think like.
Oh, okay.
That.
Like Taylor Sheesh.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Whatever
don't know.
it is.
I'm not educated on that.
They're rocking it.
Yeah,
They are killing it.
Yeah.
Love. I could watch videos of Taylor Sheesh all day.
Sorry for the non-Swifties who just had to sit through all that, but...
Yeah, sorry. I mean, at least you can see we're passionate about something other than McDonald's.
Yeah, that's true. And poop.
I'm not passionate about it. It just is a struggle.
It just comes up a lot.
I mean, well, when you have IBS, it takes up a good portion of your life.
Yeah, I definitely, I have issues too. I just don't know. The thing is, I get so annoyed when like I have these issues and then all of a sudden it becomes a huge thing. Like everyone has IBS, everyone has ADHD. And then I'm just like, let me not talk about it. Let me just suffer in silence. Cause like, I don't want it to seem like I'm being trendy, even though like I've dealt with this shit my whole life.
I never understood your pain.
Yeah.
I like made fun of you, I think.
Yeah.
I like gave you a hard time, was so like not understanding of you having to go to the bathroom so often, or like why it was such a task when you had to go to the bathroom. Granted, why it takes men so long to use the bathroom makes no sense to me.
If you're referring from me and Gerald, if you
both sit there for 30 minutes
but
to go to the bathroom.
I'm starting to realize now I do think that's an OCD thing where I want to make sure like it's all out because I don't want to have to come back in. Whereas you go in and out
before you can finish a sentence.
Yeah, you go, but I'm saying you go in and out, in and out, in and out, like in an hour, like 5 times. I don't want to do that. I just want it all out at once.
Your legs don't fall asleep?
Yes.
No, I can't handle that. That's why
we're talking about shit again. We got to stop. We got to stop. It always comes back to shit.
It's honestly just on my mind because of the current state of my stomach.
Right. Let's talk about the weather. It's stormy out today.
No, it's not even.
This honestly reminds me. Okay, so we got a tornado warning today.
We did.
And last week, I don't think I told you this.
Oh God.
No, last week it was storming so bad at my apartment.
Yeah.
Like so bad. I was editing and it just started like the storm came out of nowhere, right? So I look out and I see it like looks like it's raining like upside down.
What?
Like the rain is coming from the ground and going up.
Did you Google that?
Well, no, it gets, so listen. So the rain is literally going backwards and I'm like, okay, am I on drugs right now? Like what is going on? So I keep looking and it's getting like thicker and thicker. And I'm like, literally, what is that? And Zach was in the bathroom and I'm like calling, I'm like, Zach, it's raining upside down. Like, he's like, what? So like, he's not paying attention to me because I'm always saying dumb shit. And it keeps happening. And all of a sudden I notice, I think it's a tornado forming. I start panicking. I grab my dogs. Like I'm holding my dogs.
Where do you go in your apartment? In your bathroom? Like the one that I use?
Yeah, well, Zach was in the bathroom. So I was like, Zach, like, I think a tornado's forming. Like when I called him, I was like, Zach. He was like, what? Because I kept on calling him. So he like acted annoyed. And then I got annoyed. So I was like, I would rather this tornado kill me, like spite. Because then like when he opens the door, I'd be dead. He'd feel bad. He'd feel real bad.
Why is that me?
No, like he'd feel real bad. So I was like, you know what? So I picked my dogs up and I literally like am watching this tornado. I'm like crying. Because like it's like right maybe like a few blocks away. And then it just like stays in the same like forming state. Like it doesn't completely form. And it's just like raining upside down. It was crazy. Anyway.
The upside down rain is really getting me.
And it was pouring so hard. So like it was already foggy. So I was like, anyway, it turns out that I think it was a cremation place. And they were just burning a fat body. And you know, when they burn a fat body, the smoke.
Made it rain?
No, the smoke is just a lot thicker. Oh. And because it was raining, it created the illusion that it was raining upside down, but it was really just smoke in the rain.
So you're telling me, like, when I die, I have to be insecure with the fact that when they cremate me, it's going to be polluting the air?
No, you and I are going to cause, like, the third ice age. Like, we're going to, like, all the crops will die. We're going to, like, block the sun for 3 years. Because fat, it burns like oil, so it's like black smoke.
Can they reject you from a cremation if it's, like, this situation?
No, maybe they just cut you in half.
And then what? Cut the fat off?
No, they burn it. They burn it.
The fat?
What are they going to do with it? They burn
Donate it to the BBL patients.
Okay.
I would so quickly be a BBL donor. Please imagine if you could just be a fat grower and the fat farmer can come farm it off of you.
The Kardashians would eat you alive.
I would. Take me, Hollywood. But then I get to eat whatever I want, continually gain weight, and you can suck it all out every couple months. I mean, I don't know if I can get lipo, like, everywhere.
The bottom line is I was holding my dog crying, looking at a tornado that was forming, and it turns out it was just...
a dead person going to heaven.
Yeah. Do you know Careless Morgan?
No.
Okay, so she's like a plus-size girl on TikTok, on social media. She's been around forever.
What does she look like?
So she is like the original, like, she started back in the day before like your drunk makeup tutorials.
Okay.
I think she did a drunk makeup tutorial or like just a botched makeup tutorial. Like she was like, this is what you fucking do now. Like,
okay.
Now on TikTok, she does like a lot of like, she cooks a lot of food,
okay.
like makes like really good food, or like what I eat in a day, they go viral. Like she'll go to like Texas Roadhouse and be like, and it's like the, do 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 do, like she does it to the Mario music.
I love when people just like, this is what I ate today.
Okay, so she posted one of those, and they always go viral, millions of views.
Are the people mean?
Well, yeah. So I was friends with her at one, or I wouldn't. No, I was not friends. We were friendly at like a couple of like the playlist lives back when she used to go.
If you guys did not know, if you're like a me viewer and you don't know Andrew, he's iconic at Playlist Live. Like this man's history goes so
Yeah,
far.
I may not have like the most followers, but I've lived like 10 lives, Sam always says. I've been like friends with almost, or friendly at a party or something with almost literally every influencer there is.
Every time we talk to this day, he has a new story that like he was, I remember this from whatever, and it's crazy.
So Careless Morgan, she was really cool, really loved her. So she posted one of these, and it got wind on like the wrong side of TikTok, like the man side of TikTok.
Hate that.
Yeah, you know. So then it started going viral on Twitter, and it started going viral on Instagram, whatever. And I don't
Twitter
even
can
know
be nice.
if she knows this went viral, but I just saw it being posted everywhere.
Yeah.
It was her at Chili's. And it was like what she ate. And she didn't eat anything crazy. Like she got chips and salsa, an appetizer, the chicken crisper dinner. And that might be it. Maybe she got like soup as well. I don't know. But
Less
it
than me.
seems like a lot because she's like chicken crisper. Then the next thing is like corn on the cob. But that's a side.
Yeah.
So it just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't anything crazy. But
But like even if you want to go to the restaurant and order what you want, go for
people
it.
were going insane. And like something that like made me crack up is the top comment. It had 48,000 likes, the
Okay.
top comment.
Yeah.
And it was, she dipped her chips in ranch, which
People do all the time.
at Chili's, I worked at Chili's for 7 years, everybody, okay? The ranch at Chili's is different. It's a different breed.
It's so good.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
So everyone orders like the huge 4-ounce bowls of ranch to dip their chips in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it makes sense.
One of the appetizers you can order was chips and salsa or chips and ranch. So the top comment, 48,000 likes, was chips and ranch is crazy. And I'm just like, they will literally, like these haters will literally go out of their way to say any, like chips and ranch, Cool Ranch Doritos?
Yes.
Or chips and ranch is crazy, but nachos?
Yes.
That has cheese, sour cream, literally chicken, all this crazy stuff on it. But like you want to go and be like chips and ranch is crazy just because there's a plus size girl.
There is, I don't know her name, but there is the exact same type of content that is created by this. I mean, she's just a skinny, like, I don't know, just like, I wouldn't even necessarily, like, I don't know if skinny is the right word. She's just a healthy person. Like, she looks very healthy. She goes and she posts videos of her eating at restaurants, and she's eating an absurd amount of food. It's like 13 Texas Roadhouse rolls, me. But, like, and she just keeps going, and everyone, like, says there's no way she's actually eating that much. She's taking a bite and spitting it out because she's so, like, still so thin.
Right.
But the comments on that aren't ripping her apart on her body. It's, oh my gosh, it's so cool that you could eat that much. Like,
oh my God.
You.
And I hate when guys are like I love like a girl who can eat. Like I love, but
You don't.
No, you love a skinny girl.
Yes. Or
That can
men
eat.
only respect the women they're attracted to, and that pisses me off. They'll sit there and be like, I respect women, and then they're leaving comments in my DMs about I'm a fucking fatty patty whale causing a tsunami.
Yeah,
like,
but they'll see a skinny girl eating a burger and they'll get a boner.
Yes.
Like it's
I mean,
insane.
no.
Whatever.
Like, I don't need you to be attracted to me. I'm not attracted to you, but you should be treating women the same. When I had posted a TikTok, I don't remember which one. I think it was the Popcorners one. Brutal.
Oh my.
It was so bad. I was so excited. I had just kind of started to pick up some
Momentum
like
on.
TikTok, like had a little bit of traction. Popcorners, which I don't know if you guys have tried those chips. They're so good.
I've been eating them for years. They're my favorite.
I didn't know about them until, I'm gonna be quite honest, I didn't know. I had seen them multiple times, so I knew it wasn't like some fad, like whatever. And so I went and tried them. I'm always really good about that. If I get a sponsor that I have never used, I say, like, can they send me the product first so I can just, like, test it. Tried the chips, loved them. I said, okay, sign me up. It was like a Super Bowl commercial ad, not in the actual Super Bowl. I posted it on the day of the Super Bowl. I didn't even look at it. Didn't think anything of it. At the same time, I had posted one of my fast food videos, so I was reading the comments on that, which was so sweet. And then, like, the next morning I woke up and I read the comments on that Popcorners video. I have been called fat in every way, shape, or form you can possibly imagine. It doesn't bother me. You telling me point blank period, you're a fatty patty. Okay. Yeah. I have really bad social anxiety. There are certain phrases that I say in my head that I think if like me and you are walking past each other on the street that you're thinking about me in my head.
Yeah.
That happened to be what these comments were typing out. So it triggered me so bad for like a whole week They were probably the most brutal comments I've ever gotten.
No, like, guys, she's not doing it. They were really bad. And, like, there wasn't... like, you couldn't go through and find a good one.
No.
It was, like, on the complete wrong side of TikTok. But what pissed me off about it... What pissed me off about it is you could tell everyone was wording in a way where, like, they were trying to get, like, the top comment.
Yes.
Like, they were trying to be...
game.
They were trying to be funny. It was just so, like, they were trying to be the top comment.
Yeah. At first, it wasn't boosted, so it was fine. And if you guys don't know what boosted means, I feel like learning stuff about influencers can kind of be interesting sometimes. A brand can essentially buy, which they don't pay you, but they pay TikTok, I guess, like a code. So when you guys see like promotion, I didn't pay for that to be there.
No.
Like the brand is paying for that. And so they promoted it. They put it out there. So then it got to the wrong side of TikTok. And that's where those people came from. So at first it was just you guys being nice to me.
But it got like 8 million views.
Yes. And it was just, I had trauma from that, so much so that like Doritos reached out wanting to do one, McDonald's wanted to do one, and I told my manager he has to work in like therapy into the compensation. Because it messed me up so bad.
McDonald's is scary.
Yes. And like you have to be like somewhat, everyone always just says like a thick skin. Like you have to have some sort of a thick skin to be in this industry, but there is nothing that can prepare you for a million people leaving comments about how ugly you are. And then it like even trickled into my relationship to where I've worked really hard to be confident in myself. If you look at me a few years ago, oh my gosh, she was struggling with my buns and my hoods, and I would like hide my chin. So I've worked really hard, and it almost felt like I got ripped back down to like ground zero. I was like, that's so embarrassing for my boyfriend that everyone thinks his girlfriend's so ugly. Because I don't know if you've seen my boyfriend. He is good to look at.
Yeah, he's very attractive.
Yes. And so like I just was insecure about it, whatever.
You're so good at staying silent. I had to go through all the comments and like reply to all the haters, but I don't care. Like if you're gonna come on there and say like the most brutal nasty stuff about someone, like buckle up.
Yeah.
So like there was people like they had like some nasty acne, and I was like, please go change your pillowcase. Like
That was funny.
Like the 13-year-old girl, like she had a schnoz on her. I was like, with that nose, Miss Girl, like
it was you and another girl were in there fighting everyone. There was
liking
you
each
were
other.
Just being mean to people, loved it, like back, like rightfully mean. And then she was tagging all of the guys' moms, sisters, girlfriends in the comments so they could see what their boyfriend or their son or whatever was leaving on other girls' pages. And then you would see fights then between the sisters and the girlfriends fighting their boyfriend in the comments. And it was just hilarious. Y'all really took control of that. And once like everyone else realized what was going on, they all started fighting too.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny. We were talking about this morning that someone had left a comment on the podcast. I mean, I'm going to start being more bold. Okay. I'll tell Andrew, like, someone left this mean comment. I'm going to be, like, bold back. I'm going to be, like, strong back to them. And then it'll be like, hi, like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but, like, I'm so nice. But people get so shocked when they leave a mean comment, like you said, and then you say something mean back. And they're like, wait, you're so rude. It's like, did you read what you messaged first?
Yeah. Or they're like, oh my God, wait, no, I actually love you. I'm
they
like,
switch up so
then
fast.
why did you just, you literally just said my titties are hanging down to the floor. Like, what do you mean?
And we have gotten better at I used to be anti-block. I didn't think blocking really benefited anything really, because I was like, I mean, everyone should have the right to say what they want. I'm on the internet, whatever. Sometimes it's just you have to block those people out. Like, I mean, if you're just here and you can tell on YouTube other comments they've left, like Andrew will be like, I looked back and they've only left rude comments on your videos that I'm in, like about him being gay or whatever.
Oh my God, yeah.
And so then we just remove you at this point. Like, and you can take that as like a life lesson in your life. You don't have to let anyone feel bad about like blocking people out. Like some people might see it as petty or immature. No, it's just, if you're not bringing me peace, get the hell out of here.
I don't get a lot of hate anymore. I know you don't either. Like people generally like us. Like we're not really like problematic.
If anything, it's about our like appearance.
In 2019, I was dragged across the internet like with the whole soul siblings stuff. Because like when that all happened, all of a sudden like there were drama channels posting about it, and like just random people who like weren't drama channels just making videos, and like literally like Andrew's a little bitch, like he's a typical gay, like all this crazy stuff. Yeah, who like knew nothing about the actual story. And then I stopped posting as much.
It's not fun to be on the internet when that's the energy that's around your like name, when you had nothing bad to do. Like, you didn't do anything bad.
Yeah, and me and like the one girl who I'm still friends with, we went and we like did a live. We got like tipsy and we did a live on YouTube, and
we learned to stop doing that.
Yeah, we did a live on YouTube, and we were definitely tipsy, okay? Maybe drunk, whatever. But we wanted to, like, give the whole truth to you guys or, you know, the people who were watching. But we couldn't because we didn't want to throw, like, the person we were fighting with under the bus. So, like, it just came off very shady because we were giving, like, little, like, hints here and there, but it just came off shady. Yeah. So that's the one thing I think I did wrong. But that really, a lot of people...
I know that, like, is not your intention, though, because obviously being your friend at the tail end of that, I still wasn't around for, like, a lot of the nitty-gritty of that. But you were just so conscious and careful about what you said, how you said. You are just such a good friend, even when people shit on you.
Yeah.
That you don't want them to, like, hurt further. But in that, you let yourself take so much crap.
I did, and that's what was annoying. Like, I took so much, and I did quite literally nothing wrong in the whole situation. I can confidently say that in that situation, I really didn't do anything wrong. You don't even know. Like,
People
I didn't even talk about it with you.
More. No, you didn't.
I didn't even talk about it with you. So, like...
I didn't know even that he was struggling. I knew that, like, some stuff was being said, but I didn't understand. I never really got involved in that. I never watched it, really, so I didn't, like, see the videos or anything. But I could just tell in your demeanor that, like, something was going on, like, something had changed. Like, you were just so, I don't know, you're very upbeat and bubbly and, like, fun. And I've never seen you really be afraid of much. But you just knew that, like, the audience that you had at that point was primarily, like, from that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they were all so mad at you for something that honestly doesn't need to be public, didn't need to be public, but then all of a sudden people are just shitting on you for it. What are you going to do?
And, like, it was, like, the most depressing year of my life, 2019, because I didn't care that people were saying bad things because, you know, I have really thick skin. If people want to say bad things about me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But what I cared about was YouTube was my passion. Making videos was my passion. And I couldn't do that anymore. Like, I couldn't, you know... So 2019, I stopped posting. It was the worst year of my life. But for those of you who don't know, I was in a group of, it was me and two other girls. They were, like, a lot bigger influencers than me. Back in, like, 2017 to 2019, I think it was.
Was it for 2 years?
Yeah, we filmed a lot. We were called the Soul Siblings, and we made paranormal investigation videos, just funny videos together. And we became way bigger than any of us ever realized as, like, the Soul Siblings.
The engagement was insane.
Especially after the fact. Like, it kept growing because it kept getting views, millions of views, and, like, all this crazy stuff, and we had no idea. And
I know I was, like, around at the end of it, but obviously it was, like, sensitive, and you didn't necessarily want to talk about it. Never would want to force you to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, what really ended that? Like, what was the last thing? Like, okay, I'm done. Like, the final straw for that. Because, like, that takes a lot for you. I know.
Yeah,
you will let people, like, run you over a million times with a train before you actually step away and are like, okay, like, I can't do anything anymore.
I'm so quick to be sassy because, like, I'm very upfront, but I am so slow to walk away.
Yeah.
So slow to walk away.
Well, that's just your personality. Like, I know when you're, like, not picking on me, but, like, being, like, bantering back and forth with me, it can come across to the outside viewers, as we've learned, as, like, aggressive or fighting. But for us, that's just how we talk.
Yeah. I think the last straw was, and I could say this now because, like, everyone's changed. I'm sure I'll give them different.
It's not even drama anymore.
I'll give them different names just in case it gets clipped or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, Lisa and Hannah,
okay,
we'll say. Even, like, Lisa, I know it's been 5 years since we ended. I know she's probably a different person and thriving, doing so well. So, like, don't go give anyone hate. But I think it's been 5 years, and this podcast is for us to really go a lot deeper. And
I feel like you've never had really a place to explain why you are the way you are, or, like, the life lessons that you've learned.
Yeah.
And that affected you a lot.
It affected me a lot, and especially in my future friendships. Like, with you, there's been a lot of, like, tiffs we got into back in the day because of the trauma I had from that.
Yeah, well, I was experiencing trauma at the same time you were, and it was not working.
Yeah.
But clearly we're meant to be friends because we're here.
I guess, okay, the final straw, there were, like, so many things, to be honest, that happened. Like, so many that led up to it. Two that are, like, really sticking out to me right now is the first one where I was like, oh, this seems, like, a little off. Was I was always there for her. Like, when I worked at Chili's, she would always call me, like, crying, happy, at any emotion, and I would have to go in the bathroom and, like, talk to her through whatever. Being a really good friend, yeah. Always there for her no matter what. And I do gotta say, I had such good times with her. She was so funny, and I wish she would post more of her funniness on the internet. But so funny, so good at, you know, YouTube. She helped me a lot. I can't deny that. She helped me a lot. But to me, like, when you have money buying me things, it's amazing. It's so nice. Yeah. But, like, I would rather just have someone I really have a connection with and I really feel is there for me. So I would always be there for her. And then when it would come time for like her to be there for me or me text her or call her, there was never an answer. And it's different.
One-sided, kind of.
It's different because like you have not answered me for a day.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah.
But my trauma at the time where I was like, that's not normal. You need to answer me. But with her,
We've grown to the point where like we had that friendship where we could go a day or so without talking. We could go longer and it would be fine. But
with her, I would be there for her constantly, answer the phone at any time, like whatever. I'd be in the bathroom at Chili's, like, and she'd call me, like I'd be on the phone with her. But my tables literally want to hit me over the head with like an empty Diet Coke.
Mama Kelly's waiting for her Diet
Yeah,
Coke.
like whatever. I won't get into all that. But then I would call her and there'd be no answer for sometimes like a week. And then she would just like hit me with a random text. Anyway, all this was leading up to one day she posted a screenshot of her phone on the internet, like for something else. And at the bottom was my text. And you could see there
Like on the notification screen?
no, like on her text. She was showing like what
like
someone
the
else
actual-
texted her.
okay.
Yeah. And at the bottom was my name and there was Do Not Disturb next to it. And I was the only one on Do Not Disturb. And like
Bold.
everyone saw it and everyone was commenting because me and her were like very playful
Yeah.
with each other. So everyone was like, oh my God, Andrew on Do Not Disturb. And I kind of
Very
played it.
publicly friends.
I played into it. I texted her. I was like, LOL, me on Do Not Disturb. And she like, we made a joke out of it. But like, I was texting you as a friend. Like, I needed you.
Yeah.
And like, you put me on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
Very interesting.
So that was the first thing where I was like,
Because
oh.
it's not like you were being needy towards her. If anything, you were just reciprocating that back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing was, like I said, our videos blew up so much. Me,
Yeah.
Hannah, and
Yeah.
Lisa.
I mean, I would post something after we'd only been friends for a little bit, just like through talking about being friends with each other, and people would be like, "Are you gonna meet the soul siblings?
Yeah.
Are you gonna hang out with the soul siblings?" It was huge.
Yeah. So especially for me at the time being, I only had like 10,000 subscribers, but like was getting all these views.
Yeah.
So
Like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views.
then we were offered a TV show.
Ooh.
By like,
see?
and like a few different networks would pick it up, whatever. Like there was a lot like,
Like Ghost Adventures.
yeah, there was a lot like being talked about it, but unfortunately I was never told about it. And only the two of them knew about it. And Hannah wound up like coming to me and being like, listen, like I have to tell you about this because like you're,
A third of the soul siblings.
yeah, but essentially Lisa was like, I don't know why, but like she was just kind of like keeping me out of it. And then everyone knew I just always wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to be a content creator. I did not want to work at Chili's. I was miserable there. Like, and she told the producers that I was difficult to work with. Like, basically, I wouldn't like take days off of Chili's, so they would need to work around my Chili's schedule, a TV show. When I would do anything for that at the time.
You are by far the one person that has worked so hard to have your career here on the
Yeah.
internet that is insane. Like,
So-
you think that you would prefer to work at Chili's than be on TV?
It was just so like, I was like, I cannot believe this. Like, first of all, like we all act like we have so much fun together. And then you want to just say like, oh, you want it to be you and Hannah.
And I feel like it's one of those moments where you were probably like seeing things for the very first time, like without the rose-colored glasses.
Yeah. So that's when I started like it was, but those are just two things that stuck out now. We would be here all day.
And everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not like I assume she learned a lot from because like we bombarded her at the end with like oh, well, I'll get there. But basically the final straw where I was like, okay, I'm going to have like a talk with her and be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to be your friend anymore.
That takes you a long time.
Yeah, that's kind of the only time it ever happened.
Yeah.
Lisa was going to go visit Hannah in Canada, and they had a plan, and then they're like, you know what, Andrew, you should come. We could film, like, Soul Siblings videos together. It'll be so much fun. And I was like, and one thing, which, fight me on this,
Okay.
for real, if you want to.
Huh?
I am not a jealous friend at all.
No.
Like, when it comes to friendship, like, you can have multiple friends. I am not jealous. So I kept on saying, oh, and I hate getting like a pity invite. So I kept on saying, like, why don't you guys just make it a girls trip?
Yeah.
Like, just have a girls trip. And I kept on saying that. And they were like, no, like, please, like, genuinely, like, begging me to come. So I went and I did everything. I got my hair cut, my eyebrows done. I went tanning, like, shaved my pussy, like, did literally everything.
Yeah.
And, like, I took off work, which it was a bitch to get off. And, like, I don't have money like that. And finally, they were going to get my plane ticket, I think,
Okay.
for me to go there. And that's the thing. Like, I was like, oh, like, I don't have money right now. They were like, no, like, we'll get your plane ticket, whatever.
They were doing influencing full time, right? Like,
Yeah,
that
they
was
were
their
making
job.
money.
Yeah, okay.
Like, good money, yeah. So, the day rolls around. I have my suitcase packed. I'm like, you know, my parents were going to take me to the airport. And I'm texting them like, oh, hey, like, do you have the, like, flight stuff or whatever? And there's no answer. And I'm like,
The
okay.
morning of?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, maybe they're busy. And time keeps rolling around. And then, like, it comes time for me to leave. And I had already texted them a bunch of times at this point. Like, you know, can you answer? Like, what's the deal? And it came time for me to leave for the airport, and there was just no answer. And I lived an hour away from the airport, so I wasn't going to leave. And
No, yeah.
it was just like really embarrassing, like in front of my parents and stuff. Like I'd be like, oh, like actually don't take me, because it just brought me back to, it really, like the trauma was like, it brought me back to like high school when like I had, or like middle school when I had like no friends.
Yeah.
And like, it was like bullying.
Yes.
So like, that's how I felt, at least.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I'm texting them a lot, like, what's going on? What's going on? I need to know. And I see on social media, like, Lisa got to Canada. And, you know, they're posting together. Mm-hmm. And there's just still no answer. There's, like, literally, like, just, like, scrolls of blue text from me.
Phones aren't broken.
No. Yeah, they're posting.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Whatever. Like, I give up with it. It was really upsetting, obviously. But
once again, that's your thing. Like, you're just so nice. Like,
yeah, I was just like, whatever. But then the thing that just got me enraged, and this was really the downfall of everything, is they posted a vlog together.
Sorry to cut you off. Had they messaged you back at this point?
No,
Okay.
no message back, nothing. Didn't hear from them. The last thing was, I was going there. When I said 100 times, you guys just want to have a girls trip, blah, blah,
Yeah.
and they begged me to go.
Uh-huh.
And this wasn't
tell you
Hannah,
when
by
to
the
go
way.
to the airport?
What?
Like, did they give you like a rough time on when to go to the airport?
There was like,
Only a few flights out that day.
Yeah.
You assumed it was one of them. Okay.
it was like, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the part that just really got me going was they posted a vlog, and she was like, oh, I wish Andrew could be here.
Stop.
And like, that just
Stop.
set me off. And I didn't hear from them until the end of the trip, when she texted me like asking me to edit a picture or something of them.
That's the first text after
That
all
was the first, yeah.
blue texts.
And I was like, okay, like I played it cool, because I was like, there's a storm coming, Mr.
Yeah.
Potter. Like,
collect your evidence first.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out what's going on here.
so anyway, she left, and I wound up talking to Hannah later, and she didn't feel right about anything.
Okay.
Because it turns out like a lot of like false stuff was being told to multiple different people. There was people that weren't even in the Soul Siblings that were all involved.
It's a big friend group.
Yeah, there was just a lot of like false stuff being told to everyone. So we were all kind of like pinned against each other for, I don't know why, or maybe it seemed that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that was kind of the final straw. And I just really didn't.
What do you think you learned from that whole experience?
You only need a couple really good friends.
Honestly, such an unfortunate, but a really good life lesson to learn.
Mm-hmm. I see she's had a friend for a really long time now, another big
Okay, yeah.
influencer. So like, I definitely think it taught her a few lessons too. Like,
No, and I know that like when we have talked about situations in the past and stuff, I mean, I don't remember if we said it today or if I've already said this, and I'm sorry if I'm beating the horse again, but everyone deserves a chance to grow.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they did or whatever. I genuinely believe that like we're humans, we're going to mess up, we're going to make mistakes. We all grow up in different circumstances. We all grow up thinking certain things are okay versus not okay. There are some people out there who have mental health issues that that can hurt people, like the actions because of that can hurt people, and you have to learn how to be a good person even though you have these things. And sometimes people don't realize things until they're smacked in the face with it. And it's like, hey, what you're doing is not cool.
And I think that was the case here.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know, she did, like, we all have our mental health things.
Yeah.
I think she also did too. Like, we all did.
Yeah.
And we all do. So
all of us
I
that
think,
post ourselves on the internet have something going on up here.
yeah, plus we were a lot younger. And if she ever reached out to me,
Yeah.
I would be friends again.
Oh, yeah.
But I wouldn't probably, you know, do the whole filming together thing. Like,
You don't talk badly about others.
and I hate having bad blood.
Oh,
I really do. I hate bad blood, and I like being friendly with people. Like,
Yeah.
and she was so funny.
Yeah.
She was so
I think
funny.
it's one of those things that you just, like you said, like this whole podcast is here for you to share your experiences. And for us, like, I know so many of the comments that you guys were leaving on the first episode is like, they want to know more about you.
Yeah.
And like more about your life, like deeper stuff. Cause we've always just been funny on the
I always
internet.
just try to keep my videos funny.
Yeah, but you have so much to share and like talk about, and like I've even learned so much from you over like the years.
Same, likewise.
That it's just like that is one of those topics that even though I know you don't like talking about it, I think there's a way to do so that's respectful, that can also like give insight. Like I know a lot of other people have friendship trauma. It happens every day.
Yeah.
I get people have friendship falling outs every 5 seconds probably across the world. Like
What sucked was the difference between like she had like 2 million subscribers.
Right.
I had like 10,000,
yeah,
20,000.
If you did nothing wrong and you took the brute end of it, and that's always just sucks.
And what I mean by that is like a lot of people just
Came at
like
you.
assumed it was my fault. And like a lot of people were like, oh, Andrew's like a typical gay, like getting in between the two girls, like gossiping. And I was like,
Oh,
That simply is not the case. I was just sitting on my suitcase waiting to get on my fucking flight.
Or they assumed that you were like clout chasing and stuff.
Yeah.
It was so annoying. This man, and I don't know, I feel like I'm like praising you a lot. Like, don't get used to it. But like I said earlier, he has, I know, the poor thing just wants to say hello.
Sam's cat is crawling over.
And she loves to sit like on my shoulders, and the fact that she can't right now is deeply bothering her.
Yeah, you were about to compliment me? What?
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, Andrew has known so many people in this industry and has had so many cool experiences with people. Like, you would be honestly like blown away by the people that he has just hung out with, and like this, like I said, the simple stories that I'm sure over time we will get to and we will share. But you would never know because he doesn't need to project it like online. Like, he does not care to get their followers. Like, he loves doing social media and making videos, but he just loves doing that. And obviously, I think he deserves a bigger platform. To see people saying that he was a clout chaser, I'm like, no, y'all don't get it. Like, if he wanted to be a clout chaser, he could.
I'm sure it's different now, but like Liza Koshy's phone number is on my phone.
Yes. Every single person when we first started going to playlists that I would be like, oh my gosh, like, is that person? Like, he's met them and hung out with them. Oh. He's very allergic.
I'm very allergic to cats. I love them and I want to cuddle them. I just can't. Anyway, I am very over everything, obviously. And I would totally be friendly again. That's the thing that kind of sucked about it, where like, is like, I felt like I would have liked for her to reach out maybe a year later and been like, you know, I'm really sorry how everything happened. Like, we could be friendly. Yeah. But like, that's just never happened.
And you're not sharing this right now to like dig up old drama.
No.
It's more to like just like talk and like let people know a little something about you that they might have the wrong viewpoint on.
And like, the end of the day, this is a podcast where we're supposed to just talk about stuff.
This is true.
Like,
that's what it's for.
And like, I'm sorry, but like that is like a really big experience for me. That's like one of my like, that caused friendship trauma for me. Yeah. I understand other people's trauma is a lot worse, but like, it's just friendship trauma.
I feel like you can't necessarily compare traumas.
Yeah. But like, I'm if you're gonna get mad at me for talking about something on my podcast,
that
like
you went through.
Yeah, something that I went through on my podcast, and like, if I wanted views from it, I would have done it when everyone was commenting, asking.
Yeah, when it was relevant.
Like, no one asked.
Cares now.
Yeah, like, so.
But you guys care because, like I said, you want to get to know him.
Plus, I wanted to give it enough time where it's obvious. Like, I'm sure she's changed.
Oh yeah, it's not drama.
But we love Hannah. I'm still good friends with Hannah. I want to kill her a lot, but we love Hannah.
Hannah means very well.
Yeah,
Hannah has a very good heart.
Yeah, that's that. If you were one of my followers back then.
They honestly probably appreciated that a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a little perspective.
Well, I appreciate you guys for watching the podcast. Yes. So.
And we appreciate you ahead of time for taking that situation in a good mindset and not one going and digging up anything and keeping no hate.
Yeah.
Spreading love. I think if anything, it's a good lesson that you can go through something, come out the other side, and have forgiveness for that person. And like, truly not, like I'm saying, is truly not have anger anymore. Like,
And guys, please don't like clip this or make it a thing. Like, I'm not going to clip this for the podcast. Like, we're not going to do any of that because I don't want it to be a thing. And like, there were like big drama channels that were like talking really bad about me. And I got into like brutal fights in the DMs with them back then. Like, I don't care anymore. Say whatever the fuck you want, but just don't make it a thing for me. I'm letting you guys know because this is our little community. A little secret.
Yeah, this place is safe for now.
Yeah, we'll see.
The things are probably gonna be like really comfortable talking about stuff because it really is just, I feel like the people or those of you that have followed us over here, like, you guys actually care and like are interested and just here to support us. So I feel comfortable talking to you about stuff that I probably wouldn't say in a YouTube video or a TikTok to millions of people.
Yeah.
It's time for a new segment intro. We've never done it before.
Can you give it a...
Yeah, what should we do?
A little jingle?
Oh, I'm going to be the jingle girl. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. Was that TMI? Ow!
Okay, if you ever flop on social media, jingles is going to be your thing. I mean... Even
though I just stole someone's jingle. And
that was the Nickelodeon jingle. But our next segment is going to be called Was That TMI? Last time it was What Would Samantha Joe Do? For Samantha Joe. And if you guys didn't know, on social media, I'm known as Andrew TMI. So this one is Was That TMI? So
basically, we posted stuff the same way we did for our What Would Samantha Joe Do on the Famous Instagram. So if you ever want to be a part of this, all you have to do is follow the Famous Instagram and like pay attention to the stories.
Yeah.
I would love at one point we finally have like a Google form or something. How we get that set up, beyond me and my knowledge. But y'all submitted your TMI stories for us to share. And we have one comment before we get started here.
Oh, do you want to say it or you want me to?
I think you'll deliver it better.
Okay, so you guys, I kind of touched on this in the last episode of like how my series went viral, and then like just I always got DM'd like sexual stuff, and it made it really hard for me to do engaging content like this because all the replies were always sexual or about shit.
Yeah, and like sometimes you just don't want to talk about that.
We talk about shit enough as it is, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's like in an organic, like I'm struggling with a health condition way.
Yeah.
This is just like
So basically, when we do this, like, we're gonna give it another shot, like the Was That TMI segment, but try to like just think outside the box. It doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be about like what's coming out of your body. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be about shit, sex. You know, it could be anything. Like
to me, there's so many things that are just like TMI that you wouldn't just simply tell a stranger walking down the street.
Maybe like, sorry not to cut you off, but
you're good.
maybe something like shitty you've done and like something shitty you've done and no one ever found out.
Yes.
And it's completely anonymous, so don't worry. But like, just think outside the box a little.
Example. I once, when I was younger, stole a candy bar from the charity donation candy bar thing.
Oh, you're going to hell.
Sorry. Like, I thought I was gonna, every time I got called to the principal's office until like 12th grade, I literally thought I was getting in trouble for this candy bar I stole when I was 6 years old. So, like, little things like that can be fun. Like, share it.
Yeah, or just make something up so we can, clickbait.
So if you're easily, what I will say for the ones we have sitting in front of us today, if you're easily grossed out.
I think if they're easily grossed out, they don't watch us.
I know. Yeah, but sometimes I can handle a little bit. But sometimes when things get a little bit too, I don't even know a good word, like maybe like raunchy or...
You made me hate that word.
The script, I hate the word raunchy.
Someone said raunchy recently, and Sam was like, I really don't like that word.
No.
Like, it gives me the same feeling as moist. And now, like, every time I hear it, I'm like, ew.
I'm really sorry. I just read the shortest sentence on here.
What is it?
I lost my virginity at a swingers resort.
Okay, kind of like me.
Kind of.
Well, that wasn't virginity, though. But
true, but coming out.
Yeah.
We talked about that last time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just saw that, and I caught my eye, and I couldn't not read that.
I haven't read any of them yet.
Okay.
What?
This pains me to even say out loud. I have so many questions for this person. I don't know who wrote it. Like, it's on here. It doesn't say names. But I really feel like this is one of those things you take to your grave.
Oh my God, spill it.
Sometimes, in the middle of the night, when I don't want to walk all the way to the bathroom, I just pee on a towel on the floor. Every part of my being wants to reject the possibility that that's even real.
Okay, now here's the thing. Do they like ball up the towel and pee on it, or like is it flat on the floor and they're peeing on it?
But what do you mean you don't want to walk? I mean, I am so lazy. Like,
yeah,
I'm the first person to like want a shortcut for something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to piss on the towel on my floor. You have to pick it up then, and then what? Carry your piss towel to the washing machine and wash it with your other clothes, so now your other clothes are contaminated by pee water?
I do gotta say, I gotta be honest here, okay? My last couple of years living at my house, like with my parents and Zach. No, listen, stop. I lived really, really far from the bathroom. Like, I was across the house, down the stairs. Listen. And I hurt my back, which made my nerves, like, really. So I would pee completely, and it still happens. I would pee completely, but then, like, I have to go, like, 3 other times where just, like, a few little drops come out. Or, sometimes it's more than drops. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So I would keep a pee bottle under my bed. Because I was always drinking water, I would keep a pee bottle under my bed and, like, just, like, do the extra little drips in there.
Did it happen to become, like, a stockpile?
It was always just one bottle.
Oh, you would do a good job at, like, cleaning them out. And, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Men. The fact that you can just piss in a bottle.
Okay, I was
so not
crippled.
fair.
I was crippled. You're being an ableist.
No, I'm literally saying it's not fair. Like, if I could, I would, probably. You have the opportunity to just go in the car.
Okay, so that had to be a girl then, right? If she's peeing on a towel?
Yes, I'm assuming. Well, I mean, I guess maybe not. But, like, to me, like, if you were a guy pissing on a towel, you probably have so many other options.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm
before you would do that. Like, you're hoping you don't have a cup on your nightstand. Like, I don't know. I will say when I was in college once, my roommate, or maybe it wasn't my roommate, I don't know, it was somebody that I didn't talk to many people, but she knew, like, it was her best friend, fell asleep in her dorm with it unlocked.
Yeah.
And she woke up to one of the guys in the dorm pissing on her futon.
What?
Like, just full on peeing. Like, he went in there. He was so drunk that he thought it was the bathroom.
Oh.
And he was peeing all over her room.
Oh my God. Okay. the first time we ever tried to collab, we didn't meet each other yet.
Okay. Oh no.
No, this was really bad. And we tried to do a
That
drunk
whole
collab.
memory.
You were going viral for the drunk makeup tutorials. We tried to do a drunk collab, and basically we had to give each other 10 dares to do while drunk, but we live streamed to get drunk before we filmed the videos.
First mistake.
We got so belligerently drunk on live stream. I peed on live stream. I peed out my bedroom door into my backyard on live stream. Like, I don't know what was shown.
They didn't teach us how to drink in Wisconsin. I'm not a big drinker, which back then was hard for people to believe. I don't like drinking. It's just not for me. But because of that, I don't think I knew how to drink.
I didn't drink till I was 21.
Yeah. And I didn't understand how much alcohol it took to get drunk, or the fact that when you're taking shots, they're not going to hit you right away. So you're going to take one and be like, why am I not drunk? So you're going to take another one. And we were on live stream doing it. So people were like sending like super chats for shots. Oh my God, it's so stupid. I don't know why we did that, but we did. And I think I drank like almost an entire bottle of Ciroc.
You still filmed the video and posted it. I never even got around to
I
filming.
deleted it so fast.
But here's the thing, and this was, okay, so I was always really overweight my whole life, and then I lost a whole bunch of weight. That's something you have to be careful of.
Oh.
Because you think you can take the same amount of shots.
You can't.
Oh my God. But anyway, so.
No, that was just like, I'm now in my head, I'm thinking about that poor video that I made.
It was
And
funny.
but like, it's not necessarily a good look either.
No.
And like, I would get so offended that people would call me like an alcoholic, because I genuinely did not drink unless I was filming those videos. I grew up in a situation where alcohol was very abused, and so I never would drink at all. Wisconsin is known for binge drinking, first of all.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. That's how they drink. You don't drink during the week and you just go out on the weekends. But like, it was embarrassing how bad we were in those videos, or like me at least. I was like sitting in a chair passing out.
I didn't get to film mine.
I mean, true.
I peed on live stream. But it's similar though. Everyone like assumed you drank all the time. Everyone assumed I'm sexual all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
I get it. But anyway.
You just have to accept your past and where you came from sometimes, and just be able to move on from it. And like, I'm not that person anymore. You're not who you were back then anymore. We've grown. We're completely different people, but it's painful to look back on.
Yeah.
Like, I can't watch those videos for sure. I don't even know. I haven't read this. So I'm just going to read it for the first time with you. So we'll see where this goes. Well, me and my boyfriend invited this guy from Grindr to have a threesome. This is starting great.
Okay, so this is gay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's what Grindr is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He came. Everything was chill. We chatted for a bit, you know. Then things started to go down. Everything was alrighty. Everybody was enjoying themselves until he decided that me and my boyfriend should kiss each other. Well, to make us kiss for some reason, he thought it was a good idea to grab our heads and collide them abruptly instead of just bringing our heads slowly closer. So guess what happens? I don't know why. I fucking lost my tooth.
Oh no, you know how I feel about that. Oh no.
Sorry. I'm just picturing us like clunking and coming back with no teeth in the front.
Oh no.
I fucking lost my tooth, one of the ones in the front, because our heads crushed so bad. I was looking in the mirror to myself. I became one of the robbers in Home Alone for real. He offered to give me a blowjob so that I can calm down.
I'm sorry if I'm sitting there with my tooth. First of all. Oh, good. You know what? Just keep going.
I'll finish. Now I got myself a shiny new one, which every time I brush my teeth, I am reminded of the time that I lost my tooth during a threesome.
Oh, okay. First of all, imagine being the type of person that can have a threesome.
Oh.
Like in a relationship. Like,
No,
couldn't
no.
be me. But,
I know sharing is caring, but not for me.
No.
I'm good.
No. If my tooth was out on the floor, I'm gushing blood, and you offer a blowjob, I'm going to kill you.
There's just a time and a place, and that's not it. Like, that's not even close to it. Not in the same neighborhood. Well, that was honestly a good story. That I feel like that was ending on a good note for that.
That was a good one. I mean, it was about sex, but that was a good one. Come
See,
on.
that is, but it also wasn't about like the gruesome details of it. It's simply like it's about losing your tooth.
Yeah.
And like the most you would not expect to lose your tooth in that situation. Like, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
is
good one.
Hey guys, I know I talked a lot this episode, but Sam wasn't feeling well. She asked me beforehand if I could kind of like,
I talked more than I thought I was going to, considering what is occurring.
But I wasn't just, I was asked. Okay. So.
Yeah, no. Now he's having anxiety that y'all are going to be like, why isn't Sam talking?
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of us having two people.
Mm-hmm.
We like talking, and it's a conversation between the two people. If we wanted podcasts by ourselves, we would make podcasts by ourselves. But we didn't.
No, we did not. Because
we're together.
Yes, and we are famished.
We are. He has not ate yet today.
Yeah.
So he's famished.
Oh, okay, guys, give this 5-star on every streaming platform. We need 5 stars. We need 20,000 5 stars.
Yeah.
We have like 100, but...
I think it's like 150 maybe.
Yeah.
Like, give it some credit where credit's due. But if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts right now, please go listen to it on the other platforms.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to actually listen. Just play it. Press play. Give it a watch.
Basically, the whole first season, I know there's like usually a pilot first episode. The whole first season is basically a pilot to see if we're really going to make this a long-term thing. And,
because, I mean, I don't want to shove something down your throat that you hate, even if we like doing it.
Yeah. Plus, like, it takes a lot of time.
A lot of time.
A lot of money.
We keep saying that. Like, it takes a lot of money, but it does.
No, it really does.
I feel like people are so sensitive to money topics, and I get it. Like, I understand that the influencer world and money is such a sensitive topic because there's just so much money in the industry. When it comes to like something like this, us saying like we need it to be worth it, it's because we've put like $10,000 into it. And we need to be able to, like, to be financially responsible adults. Like, you have to be able to make a decision of, is this worth the 3-4 days a week that it's taking to do this?
And also, you guys, like, obviously I make money from my own social media, the Airbnb stuff, whatever, but Sam pays me a salary, like a hefty salary. So, like, I'm taking, 2-3 days out of my time when I'm supposed to be editing for her to come do this. So, like, that's why we just say, like, it has to be, there's a lot more money than it seems being spent on this.
Yeah.
So.
I still feel like people are going to listen to that and be like, I have to go to work every day. And you're right. You do. And I respect you for that. But I think there's just things in every job that can be, like, mentally taxing.
Yeah.
And you just have to be smart. And they have that with, like you said, seasons of shows. Like, okay, if it works, then it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And even if we have to change some things up, because like I said, we like doing it. So we can find a different avenue if you guys just aren't having it or loving it. But from the looks of it, and by the time they're seeing this, there's actually been 2 episodes. We don't even know how it's going sitting here right now. But by the looks of it, you guys love it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need 1 million of you guys to watch the podcast. We just want to make sure that the ones of you guys that are enjoying it and are engaging with it. So we know that it's at least like helping someone or like it's bringing something.
Yeah. So that's the only reason why we say that. But yeah, 5 stars, thumbs up, comment.
It really helps.
And follow like the TikTok and the Instagram. That all that stuff helps too.
It does help a lot.
We love you guys. And
so much.
Sorry.
So you're good.
I thought you were going to say something.
I just said so much. You said I love you. I said so much.
Aw. See?
Yes.
The next episode is going to be a spooky Halloween episode. And we're going to film it at night. Yes. And it's going to be vibey. And we're going to have decorations. It's going to be fun. So
leave a comment guessing what you think our costumes are going to be.
We don't even know each other's costumes yet.
We're going to surprise each other. So guess. Let's see if anybody can get it right. If you get it right, you get a cookie. If you get it right, you get to pick the snack we bring.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. But until then, we love you guys. Stay famished.